Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Married at First Sight, season 10, episode 9, 10, and 11. Guys, I am trying my best. Some of you guys asked where I am. I'm actually in Trinidad right now, and tomorrow I will be in Guyana. So bear with me, I'll be back home on Monday if I'm not mistaken. So scheduled reviews will resume. Oh God, I'm so disoriented. Scheduled reviews will resume shortly. Before I get into it, please make sure to like the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So in the commitment ceremony, we're just gonna breeze through that and episode 10 and just get straight to episode 11, okay? In the commitment ceremony, Jessie learns that Claire was not talking to Adam and was actually talking to one of her friends and her boyfriend who were taking care of their dog. Of her dog, actually. Adam did, however, apologize for the way that he was perceived at that outing because Lyndall did feel like there was some inappropriate behavior or maybe comments. So he did apologize to everyone. He apologized to Jessie and he apologized to Janelle. What else happened? Bronte was still at the brunt end of Harrison's whole, you're gaslighting me, you abandoned me, oh my gosh, whatever. However, John had words to say for both Harrison and Shannon, who had been intimate with people outside of the experiment just prior to coming into the experiment, and basically said, if you're not going to be here fully, don't be here at all. Harrison had some words to respond to John, but you don't talk to John like that, you know what I mean? So he's still gonna be this experiment for now, but I feel like any more lip from him, and he might be removed, honestly. So Intimacy Week has brought some couples together while has torn a few couples apart. The couples coming together are Jessie and Claire. They have been able to see past their issues and connect like they did on their wedding day. And then with Josh and Melissa, they had decided at the couch to tell the experts that they have taken intimacy off the table, but Alessandra challenged them to put it back on the table, or like not to close the door completely, but talking about it and them getting the box of sex toys and all the kind of stuff, like it really like messed up their situation. So yeah, another couple that has been struggling with intimacy has been Alyssa and Duncan, but it's not because they're not attracted to each other. It's because of Alyssa's Mormon background.
It's a little bit out of my comfort zone, and that comes with, you know, my upbringing. We don't really ever like talk about intimacy, and it's very like shameful to be out and open about sexuality.
Now, at the end of the episode, we do learn that they did get it on after the kissing challenge and a sensual massage. However, I'm starting to believe that they're really trying to push this Mormon narrative. I don't want to cast judgment. I will say that when she shared what she shared in her Confessions Week, I find it hard to believe that somebody who solicited an affair is finding it hard to have sex with somebody she's technically married to. Don't that sound weird to you? It sounds weird to me. So I don't know if I fully buy this storyline, but I do love Duncan as well as basically the whole entire cast. He is just creme de la creme. And if it's real, I'm rooting for them. Melinda and Leighton have built a connection, a physical one at that. She has seen why they have been matched together and they have gotten on like a house on fire ever since they have, consummated the marriage. However, they are able to engage physically, but when it comes to actual like intimacy or an emotional connection, Leighton really struggles with it.
When it comes to any emotional connection, I think Leighton needs help. It was hard to be in the moment when I could clearly see Leighton wasn't.
I can see your pupils.
Do you think you did the task well?
Do you think you did the task well?
You speak the whole time.
You started laughing.
Safe to say missionary is not one of their positions that they engage in. Just saying. Yeah, I always find it weird when somebody is able to be physical with you, but then can't engage in intimacy with you. Like, that's how detached we've become as people. And it's really sad because she's trying to make an effort. Did I say Melinda or Melissa? This girl, you know who I'm talking about. She is trying to make an effort, and Leighton is like pushing back because it makes him uncomfortable. He even said like, oh, this must be a piss take. Like, be engaged in this process. Like, you like the girl, you think that you guys are compatible, you've already had sex, why not try to build an intimate connection? He did fix his blender by setting up a date for her. It was a Latin dance class, and once she found out what it was, she was fully engaged and she was glad that he was making the effort. So things are on the up and up for these two. Jesse is very vocally against astronomy and crystals and all that, but since he and Claire have been in each other's good graces, he decided to join her at a crystal shop.
Can't deny the energy that they give off, you know, the thousands of colours, textures. It's just so incredible.
I can't say that I feel more in touch with my spiritual side, but I feel more in touch with Claire.
Sage you, Sage me, no more negative energy.
I will never be sold on Jesse trying in this experiment, because one day he's just so polarizing about his opinion on this one thing, and then in 24 hours he changes. Very unrealistic. So yeah, I don't really buy that he's now embracing. Maybe this was something that he came into the show saying, this is going to be my persona, and then I'm going to have this character development through listening to the experts and finding something deep within myself. Like, I'm not buying it. However, he is leaning into the connection with Claire. He even realized that her love language is words of affirmation. So he wrote down a list of things that he likes about her. I can't even find the friggin' words. This connection doesn't make any sense to me. Weren't most of the things that he wrote on his list things that he was not fond of at the beginning of this experiment when it comes to Claire? Oh, you're the life of the party. I love that you're so confident and so outspoken. And so, like, those are the things that he was detesting at the beginning. That's why I don't believe this. I don't believe Jesse, but whatever, we are here now. Harrison claimed, and continues to claim, that Bronte has abandoned him in this experiment. And Bronte, for whatever reason, yet again takes it upon herself to make amends and bury the hatchet.
You writing leave hurt, and it made me feel like you weren't really here to try and change.
Where do you want to go from here? You want to participate in the experiment?
I do want to participate in the experiment and the tasks and really try.
I just need to see that commitment from Bronte that she's saying she wants to do.
This is another storyline that I'm really struggling to believe as well, because sis, how do you manage to see yourself as the perpetrator in this relationship and Harrison as the victim when he has been the result of all the discourse in your relationship? How? She even called him out in the previous episode for gaslighting, and I was like, thank you, finally, she sees it. But then she allowed herself to be gaslit again, and now she's the one apologizing to Harrison? Girl. And Harrison's gonna sit here like, I really need to see commitment from you and that you're in this. Are you in this? I get it. She's the one asking for space, but she's asking for space from you because of things that you have done. How does that not make sense to Bronte? I don't get, like, this must be fabricated. I would not stay around this long. I promise you that. Last but not least, I know that it's a short one, but I told y'all we would be breezing through, or I will never get this video out, okay? Last, we have Shannon. So, Shannon is off the heels of telling Caitlyn he's in love with his ex, the ex that he was intimate with prior to coming to the shop, very recently prior to. And so he sets up a date as instructed by Alessandra to all the guys, because effort is sexy. And he's really like, yeah, I'm gonna put in all my effort and blah, 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 you know, and like they're going straight to strike. Then they get a challenge to do, I think it was the eye gazing. And Mr. Shannon wants to drop a bomb that he's not physically attracted to Caitlyn, and maybe never was.
So I don't want to be cuddling up to someone and doing it when I don't want to. I thought you were going to come down that aisle, yeah, and completely blow me away.
Shannon, I feel like it's my turn to talk. I didn't even get to say anything at that table. It's my turn to talk.
Okay, yeah. What are you, my teacher? All right, Dad.
You know, the thing that really pisses me off about this connection is the fact that I called it way wrong, because I could have sworn up and down it was going to be Caitlyn who did not find Shannon attractive. But Shannon has flipped the script on me. Wow, he's sick. He's sick. He's disgusting. Because listen, like I would have never even wanted to engage further with somebody in this process who claims they're in love with their ex. And then for you to look me in the eye and say, well, I'm not even attracted to you. Leave. Caitlyn, I do not want to see stay written anymore in this I don't. And she's like, well, because in the commitment ceremony, she said she wanted to give it a try. She didn't want to give up so easily because, you know, giving up is easy and staying is the hard part, but it might be worth the effort. It's not worth the effort. Shannon is not worth the effort. And we know that because he really started to act like an ass at the end of this episode, basically giving her so much lip. And she's like, no. I'm the one being hurt here. I'm the one being mistreated. I deserve to say what I want to say and to stand up for myself. Like, don't try to knock me down a peg. Like, and I don't even know what's the reason for Shannon being so rude this episode. Get him off my screen. I do not want to see him anymore. I hope that she reads him for filth at that dinner in the next episode, and that she leaves at the next commitment ceremony. The next video, don't know when it's going to be out, but I'm going to try my best to get it out at least by this week. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.